Hey there, Josh, Damaged Goods Cycles. I'm going to show you real quick how to check belt tension on a twin cam era bike. I've got the outer belt guards off because I've had the wheel and tire off, but that's besides the point. So here's my belt with my initial tension after putting the tire back on. And you're supposed to apply 10 pounds of force. I don't have the tool, so I'm having to estimate, but you can see I made a mark there on the splash guard. And then pushing it up to what I believe is about 10 pounds. There's the mark. What you're looking for is 3/8 to 5/16, and I can tell that's too much. That's probably about twice too much. So I have a tiny little measuring stick. I'm going to find that and check. I've already made sure that the axle in the wheel is square to the swing arm. So to add tension, I'm going to turn both of those jack screws the same amount. Okay, so it took a few tries, but we've got now 3/8. If this was a brand new belt and I was leaving this for a while, I'd set it a little tighter, but this has to come apart in a few more weeks when I get some more parts, because this back tire is cooked. And this stock Fat Boy wheel is not the plan. Anyway, you can see there's several sets of marks. So I've got it set at 3/8 now, and kind of this is what that should look like. So that's how tight that is. Here's what the top looks like, just to give you a rough idea. But in my experience, that's the best place to check it. Okay. So now I need to remeasure and make sure my axle is square, and you just measure from the center of the swing arm pivot to the center. Wow, this is really hard to do looking through the camera. The center of the axle nut, if I could hold it steady, I've got about 16 3/4. Okay, let me check the other side. Okay, I got 16 3/4 both sides. Your mileage may vary. So now we just need to lock the adjustment. Here's another tip too. Make a mark on the head of those bolts or down the side so that you know how far you're turning them. And that's how that goes together. It goes right into this little notch that's in the axle washer right there. So this, well, the other side of it gets torqued to 60 to 65. These get the old Guten tight. So we'll set both of those and then torque the axle and see where we're at. And then I think this thing's ready to ride. After I put the belt guards on and the hurricane force winds outside knock it off. Could you just? Okay. So you torque this to 60 to 65 foot-pounds on one of these. And what the deal is, you torque it to 60 and you see if you're lined up here for your spring clip. And if you're not, you go up incrementally until you are. That didn't quite work out, so sometimes you might have to get a little creative and stray from what the manual says, but wheel bearings, better to be just a little bit loose than a little tight, because tight will eat up bearings. I just need to throw the guards back on here and this dude's ready to go.